Hi students, welcome to a new video. In this video, we are going to discuss the 10th chapter of physics, that is on light. And last videos we have seen reflection, refraction, etc. And in today's session we are going to discuss about the refractive index, different types of refractive index, lens, etc. So in today's session we are going to discuss the following portions: refractive index, types of refractive index, equations to find refractive index, types of lens, and terms related to lens. First one is refractive index. So we have seen in the second law of reflection, the sin I by sin R is a constant. Sin I by sin R is a constant. This constant is known as refractive index. This constant is known as refractive index. This we have seen this in the last video. The laws of refraction we have seen in the last video. So in the second law of refraction we have seen sin I by sin R is a constant and that n is known as refractive index. And we have seen why the refraction is occurring. Refraction is occurring due to the change in the speed of light. When it is entering from a denser medium to rarer medium, the speed of the light changes. The reason for the refraction of light is the change in the speed of light. So refractive index n gives us the measure. It is a measurement of how much the speed of the light, how much the speed of the light changes when it is entering from one medium to another medium, or when it is entering from air or vacuum to another medium. So refractive index is a measurement of speed of light when it is entering from one medium to another medium. So let us find the equation to find the refractive index. So there are two mediums. So this is the norm. So this is the first medium, medium 1, and this is medium 2. So light is entering from medium 1 to medium 2. So it is bending. So the light is bending, and this is the incident ray and this is the refracted ray. So in medium 1, let the velocity of the light is v1. Let the velocity of the light is v1, and medium 2, the velocity of the light is v2. So v1 is the velocity of the light in medium 1 and v2 is the velocity of the light in medium 2. So we have to find the refractive index of the medium 2 with respect to medium 1. We have to find the refractive index of medium 1. This n denotes the refractive index. So we have to find the refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. So what is the equation? The n21 is the velocity of light in medium 1 divided by velocity of light in medium 2. So this is the refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. Velocity of light in medium 1 divided by velocity of light in medium 2. So what is the velocity of light in medium 1? That is v1. And velocity of light in medium 2, v2. The refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1 is v1 divided by v2. So next we have to find the refractive index of medium 1 with respect to medium 2. We have to find the refractive index of medium 1 with respect to medium 2. What is that? Velocity of light in medium 2 divided by velocity of light in medium 1. So refractive index of refractive index of medium 1 with respect to medium 2 is equal to velocity of light in medium 2 divided by velocity of light in medium 1. What is the velocity of light in medium 2? It is v2 and velocity of the light in medium 1 v1. So the refractive index of medium 1 with respect to medium 2 is equal to v2 divided by v1. These are the equations to find the refractive index of different medium. So next we have to see the different types of refractive index. There are two types of refractive index: relative refractive index and absolute refractive index. Relative refractive index, relative refractive index and absolute refractive index. Absolute refractive index. So what is relative refractive index? There are two mediums are there. When light, relative refractive index means that when light is moving from one medium to another medium. Not from air to another medium, from one medium to another medium. For example, when it is moving from light is going from glass to water. Two mediums are there. Not here, no, there is no air. It is going from glass to water, or the light is going from water to glass. So here the light is going from one medium to another medium. So when light is going from one medium to another medium, that is other than air or vacuum, that medium, that refractive index is known as relative refractive index. So here example is given. So absolute refractive index is that when light is going from air or vacuum to another medium. When light is going from air or vacuum to another medium, that is known as absolute refractive index, or simply we can call it as refractive index of medium. Refractive index of medium. Refractive index of medium. When light is going from air or vacuum to another medium, that is from air or vacuum to glass medium, or from air or vacuum to water medium, in that case refractive index is known as absolute refractive index, or we can simply say it as refractive index of the medium. So equation to find the refractive index of the medium. Here refractive index of the medium, the velocity of light in air or vacuum by velocity of light in medium. So we know that the velocity of the light in air or vacuum is denoted by letter C. And the velocity of the medium is given by V. So we can write as the absolute refractive index or refractive index of the refractive index of the medium is given by C divided by V, the velocity of the light in air or vacuum divided by velocity of the light in that medium. So this is the equation to find the refractive index of the medium, or refractive index of the medium is given by the velocity of the light in divided by the velocity of the light in vacuum. Mostly we are using this equation to find the refractive index. For examples we have seen, in case of air, the refractive index is equal to 1.003. For water, it is equal to 1.33, and for diamond, it is equal to 2.4. Refractive index has no units because it is the ratio of velocities of two medium. So it has no units. So in case of refractive index of air is 1.003 and water 1.33 and diamond it is 2.4. So the diamond, in case a diamond has the refractive index of the diamond is the largest one. The refractive index of the diamond is the largest, 2.4. So when the refractive index increases, that means it is the denser medium. So here it is the denser medium, and here the air is the rarer medium. Rarer medium. By looking the refractive index, we can find out the rarer medium and the denser medium. So denser medium means the refractive index will be greater, and the rarer medium means the refractive index will be very less. That is, in this case, the air is the rarer medium and the diamond is the denser medium. So denser medium means the speed of the light is very less. Rarer medium we have seen in the last class we have seen. What is rarer medium? When we are moving through a smooth road, what happened? The speed of the vehicle is very larger. That means when the light is moving in a rarer medium, the speed of the light is very large. The light move with a higher speed and it is moving in a rarer medium. So what about the denser medium? When light is moving through a denser medium, the speed of the light is very less. That is the denser medium. So what is the meaning of diamond? It is refractive index of 2.4 means it is the most denser medium and the speed of the light is very less in case of diamond. So what is a rarer medium? Speed of the light is high when it is moving through a rarer medium. Next we have to see refraction of light through spherical lens. So spherical lens. Have you seen a palmist where they are looking your hands using a lens? So by looking through the lens, they are seeing the lines of your hands very clearly. And have you seen a watchmaker? They have a lens in their eyes to see the effects of the watch clearly. So in case of microscope, telescopes, in case of camera, all these cases we are using the lens. Today we are going to discuss about the types of lens. So there are two types of lens. We have to discuss. There are two types of lens. One is convex lens and it is first lens. Lens are divided into two. First one is convex lens and second one is concave lens. First one is convex lens and second one is convex lens. So convex lens is, this is the convex lens. Convex lens, it is bulged in the middle and it is thin towards the outer portion. It is bulged in the this is the middle portion. It is bulged in the middle portion and it is thinner to the outer section. In case of concave lens, this is the concave lens. In concave lens, the middle section is thinner and it is bulged towards the outer portion. It is bulged in the middle section and it is thicker to the outer section. And here the convex lens is the converging lens. Convex lens is the converging lens and concave lens is the diverging lens. Convex lens is the diverging lens. It is very easy to differentiate between a convex lens and a concave lens. So concave, in concave lens, it is cave. This is a cave. So when we are going to a cave, this is the cave and it is a broad. The outer section of the cave is very broad and we are going to the inner section of the cave. What happens? It will become very narrower. So in case of concave lens, the inner section is very narrower and the outer sections are broad. So that's the way to differentiate between a convex lens and a concave lens. In case of convex lens, the middle section is bulged and the outer sections are thinner. And in case of concave lens, the inner section is thinner and it is very bulged. The outer sections are thicker. So in case of convex lens, it is a converging lens, and in the case of concave lens, it is the diverging lens. Just opposites of mirror. In case of mirrors, we have seen concave mirror is the converging mirror and the convex lens is the convex mirror is the diverging mirror. Next, we have to see the terms related to lens. Terms related to lens. So, first one is center of curvature. Center of curvature. So, center of curvature, we have seen case of mirror, center of curvature denoted by letter C. Letter denoted by letter C. So, here also this convex lens and concave lens are a part of a sphere. So, here this is a sphere, two spheres are there. So, this is the two spheres are forming the convex lens. This is the convex lens. So, this is the convex lens. So, here in case of mirror only one sphere is forming a mirror. So, in case of lens two circles are joining to form a lens. So, each circle has a center of curvature. So, here this is the center of curvature of this circle and this is the center of curvature of this circle. So, a lens has a two center of curvature C1 and C2 because two circles are joined together to form a convex lens. So, here center of curvature C1 and C2. For a concave lens, also two circles are there. So, this is the center of curvature of the circle and this is the center of curvature of the circle. So, there are two center of curvature for a lens C1 and C2. This is the concave lens. This is the concave lens. Next, we have to see the optic center. Optic center denoted by O. So, here this is the convex lens. So, this is the optic center. This is the convex lens. The center point of the lens is known as optic center. And case of convex lens, concave lens. So, this is the optic center of the concave lens. And next we have to see the principal axis. Principal axis means the imaginary line passing through two center of curvature is known as principal axis of this convex lens, and the imaginary line passing through center of curvature of the concave lens is known as principal axis of this concave lens. Principal axis means the imaginary line passing through the center of curvature of the lens is known as center of curvature of the lens is known as principal axis. Optic center means the center point of the lens is known as optic center. Next is principal focus. Here we can see light rays are passing through the lens and it is undergoing refraction, and after refraction all the light rays are converging at a point. This point is known as principal focus of the convex lens. After refraction all the light rays are converging at a point. That point is known as principal focus of the convex lens. So in case of convex lens, here the light rays are, here the lens has two refracting surface. This is the first refracting surface and this is second refracting surface. Here It's a two glass surfaces are there. In case of convex lens and concave lens, the two surfaces are lens. It's made up of glass. So the one side this is the first refracting surface and this is the second refracting surface. So the refraction can occur from this surface and the refraction can also occur from this surface. In this case, we have seen the refraction is occurring from the first surface, and next we are getting a principal focus on this side of the lens. Here the light rays are coming from the right side and we are getting a principal focus on the left side. The next case is when the light rays are coming from the left side, we will get a principal focus on the right side. So here in the case of a lens, there are two principal focus are there. F1 and F2. Here because here the lens has the two refracting surface. As a result, the refraction can occur from the both surfaces. If the light is coming from the right side, we will get a principal focus on the other side. If the light rays are coming from the left side, we are getting the principal focus on the other side. So in case of lens, there are two principal focus are there, F1 and F2. So here, this is the principal focus. This is C1. Here, this is C1. We can write this is the first principal focus. This is the optic center. This is the second principal focus, and this is the C2. So these are the terms. This is a C1 because convex lens is a part of a sphere. Two spheres are forming a convex lens. So C1 and C2 are the center of curvature of the spherical lens. And F1. If the light rays are passing through, if the light rays are passing from this side, we will get a principal focus on this side. If the light rays are coming through this refracting surface, we will get a principal focus on the other side. So optic center means the center of the lens is known as optic center. Next we have to say in case of a concave lens. So a light ray is coming. So after refraction, all the light rays are appearing to diverge from a point. All the light rays are appearing to diverge from a point. That is the principal focus of the concave lens. So here after refraction, all the light rays are converging at a point. That's the principal focus of convex lens. In case of concave lens, after refraction, all the light rays are appearing to diverge from a point. That's the principal focus of concave lens. In case of concave lens also, it has two refracting surface. This is refracting surface 1 and this is refracting surface 2. So here also we will get two principal focus, F1 and F2. C1, C2. In case of concave mirror also we will get, in case of concave lens also we get two center of curvature C1 and C2 and two principal focus F1 and F2, and the center of the lens is known as optical center. Next we have to see is the focal length. What is focal length? The distance between the optical center and the principal focus is known as focal length. The distance between the optic center and the principal focus is known as focal length of the convex lens, and the distance between the principal focus and optical center of the lens is known as principal focus of the concave lens, and denoted by small letter f. Next is aperture. Aperture means this is the diameter of this lens. So this is the diameter of the lens. And the effective diameter of the lens is known as the aperture. The effective diameter of the lens is known as aperture of the lens. The effective diameter of the lens is known as aperture of the lens. This is the aperture, this distance, this is the diameter, so this distance is the aperture. This is the aperture of the lens, and this is the aperture of the concave lens. So thanks for watching this video. We will meet again in the next video.